Hey guys, it's Fancy and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And earlier today, I posted a screenshot that I found while scrolling TikTok of a conversation that we've all heard pieces of before and seen pieces of it, but it's the actual full conversation that Gypsy and Aleah had in 2014 that Aleah turned over to the police to alert them to the boyfriend that Gypsy had, Nicholas. Now, apparently, these came in a FOIA request that Into the Weeds podcast put in, and apparently today Starlight covered them on a live. When I posted it, I had no idea of those things. So Alora coming over here to accuse me of, taking her mother's FOIA information is absolutely absurd. And who's counting how many times someone's taken mine and given me no credit for things that are actually only mine and not in FOIA requests? But hey, who's counting, right? Let's just read these things though, because I don't want to be accused of stealing this from anyone. So apparently, Starlight and Into the Weeds put these out today from a FOIA request that anyone can get. And we have one in. So we're waiting for ours. But thank you for putting them out. They're very interesting. So this is basically just the beginning of the conversation. It's Gypsy reaching out to Aleah and starting some small talk. But I think she's doing this for a very specific reason, and we're going to get to those because she reveals a lot in these text messages. A lot. So here she is just saying that mom still doesn't know that she has an account, that she's very protective. And now their house is pink. So I'm guessing when they first got it, it wasn't pink. I thought it was, but I guess it wasn't. But hey, who cares? Whatever. But this is in 2014. Keep going. All right. And this is about rumors and things that were said that she's accusing Aleah of saying. Aleah is saying she never said those things. She wants to know if her mom, if her mom hates her, all that good stuff. So here I think she's talking about her cat or asking about her cat. And she says it's going to take some time, Gypsy does, to say for her to forgive Aleah. But she's going to go eat and she'll come back. And then I think it's really interesting, though. She now is wanting to clear up rumors that happened so long ago. Like, why didn't you clear them up then? And she tries to give some crazy explanation of this in a little bit, but it just, as usual, none of her stories add up. This is all planned. And this is in October, and she'd already been planning her mother's murder for over a year. And when she references in a little bit going to Disney World in January, that's the last trip that they took together to do that. Now she's going to go on to tell you all kinds of other little lovely things, and you can pause to read. So this is where she first talks about Nick, and she's telling her that she's 18. She knows how old she is, so she's lying there. Her boyfriend is 24. They met on this Kristen singles site, and what made me fall for him was blah, 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 about my wheelchair and all that stuff. And she's talking about how she's got all these medical issues. Again, okay. And, his exes were wanting to break them up, but keep going. Okay, so they never argue. They have this wonderful thing. This is the plan for, going to see Cinderella, and then they're just a really cute couple. I'm sorry, I thought she was mentioning Cinderella, but she's talking about a profile pic, so we haven't got there yet. So she's just describing her dream wedding with him and what they're going to name their children. Now, for some reason, I don't know why we all had it in our minds that it was Aurora Rose. I still swear that somewhere it says that, but I don't know. But here we go. This is where she tells Aleah that, they're going to name their son Nicholas and they're going to name their daughter Gabriella. And they're very serious, and they're both Catholic Christians, and her health has been stable. They found out I have a chromosome deletion. That's why all the medical issues, but I'm a fighter. I'll be okay. So see, back then, this is 2014. She 100% knows that all of her medical issues are tied to the chromosome deletion. And she knew that, and they all knew it in 2011, and they admitted that they've all known it in 2011. Christy knew it in 2011, Rod knew it in 2011, Dee Dee knew it in 2011. And Gypsy knew it in 2011. And she also knew that her mother was tested and found that she did not have this deletion, even though she tried to lie on Kale Lowry's podcast. But, she's got all the issues here. And now she's listing all the issues that her mother has. Now, I've never heard the Parkinson's disorder or Parkinson's disease. But hey, I don't know. Maybe she did. But she's saying that they didn't have as many people over these last 2 years, and they stopped their newsletter. Now, of note, do you see how well she's writing here? It's very well versed. Everything's spelled fine. Everything's grammatically correct. And you know what? I think she can write like this all the time. I think she wrote all the fanciful parts of the book. I think she had a really good education. Oh, wait, we're going to hear about it in a minute. So now she's just trying to talk about who lives there, who's moved off. And for someone who doesn't have any friends and was not allowed to associate with anyone and not be close to anyone and never do anything because Dee Dee would never let her, she sure knows a whole shit ton about what's going on in the neighborhood. Just saying. Oh, and here she's labeling the time where she pew-pewed her mom with a BB pew-pew and held a dagger over her and tried to do all kinds of horrible things and unalive her as just a rough patch. And they got through it. No mention of being chained to the bed or anything here, but a rough patch. But they got through it, and they're going to Disney World again. They've been to Disney World in 2012. Now they went in 2013. She also got to go to Cape Cod because she was nominated and won 5 awards for being a positive role model to children with disabilities. Are you serious? Oh, and she's doing public speaking and she loves it. They're going to Disney World again in January, and they're also going to get to go to the Harry Potter park, and this is where she's going to get to meet Daniel Radcliffe and all the other ones and have dinner with the Harry Potter cast. So abused. And she's talking about all these books that she reads, very, very, very advanced books. And oh, by the way, she mentions she's still being homeschooled, doing good on that, all A's. Yeah, we confirmed that because there was a tutor that was coming to your house. Funny how those people have come out and said these things now after you've tried to lie about all of it. Oh, and she also got rebaptized because, she wanted to save herself after my little acting out in 2011 where I, tried to unalive my mother in 2 different ways and once prior. But, I just wanted to get rebaptized because I felt like I needed to do that. And that was my symbol of my faith. And oh, by the way, she's going to go on to talk about her promise ring. I think that's the ring that's in the front room. Not David's, not Jep, not Nick's. It's hers. It's her promise ring. And I think we've talked about that before. I think she chucked it out there to tell her mom, I'm not pure. No. Okay, now she's talking about how she licked the knife and she was just cosplaying, and she's not nuts. She's not nuts, guys. No, she's not nuts. She's got all these different profiles. Oh, and she knows about reborn baby dolls. She's got one. That's interesting. So this is basically just Aleah telling her all about what she's been going through. Pause to read. Gypsy talking about how they're these wonderful women who have great guys and how she planned her meeting. And of course, she's researching on YouTube how to kiss because she's never kissed anybody except the fact that she's been found in 2 different older men's rooms and having sexual relations with them. But she's never kissed anybody or had any type of, sexual relations, guys. Just remember. So she's full on lying to Aleah here this whole time. Pause to read. Oh, did you know that Nick bought a ring and it's really beautiful? That's funny because she said Ken bought a ring and it was really beautiful too. I wonder if she just started making these things up. Oh, and by the way, did you know she had a jewelry business with him called Ruby Emerald Creations? Yeah, because I didn't know that. Here's where she's talking about the time that she told her mother that she wished Amy, Aleah's mother, was her mother and all of that. And she's talking about the rumors that were being started, that Aleah got knocked up by some guy and she doesn't know the baby's father. And that's interesting. Sounds like you were foreshadowing there. And, of course, that Aleah called her Tard Girl and all these things. Okay, and so this is the last one, and it's just warning her. And so pause to read and enjoy. These have been very interesting. We will be talking about them more. Have a good one from The Good Wives. Serving up true crime, one dish at a time.